Just two adjacent girls living in a lovely world. They took a podcast train going anywhere, but kind of specifically through Austin, Texas. Yeah, hook 'em horns.
All right, it's that time at the podcast where it's time to pay the bills.
Pay the bills.
We are so grateful because we've got some incredible sponsors supporting us this April. Can you believe it?
I can. I love it.
These are people and businesses we truly love, and we know you will too. First up, our OG, our day one, the Grabe Enterprises home of JB Goodwin's A-Team. Adrienne has been a trusted realtor in the Central Texas for over 25 years. And I have to tell you, we've worked with them and the team for the A-Team and Shelly and Adrienne. And oh my gosh, he is honest, straightforward, reliable, and just all around great human. And he's my brother. He is my brother, which, let's be honest, is exactly who you want helping you to buy and sell a home. So if you're thinking about making a move in Central Texas, call Adrienne, text Adrienne, just get Adrienne and Bob. He's your guy. That's our first number one sponsor. Sponsor number two, Cornucopia Popcorn. It's our flavor experts, Nadia and Mike from Cornucopia Popcorn. And y'all, this is not your average popcorn. We're talking everything from dill pickle to s'mores with over 40 plus flavors to sample. Vegan options, gluten-free options, something for every craving. They were even voted Austin's best sampling room. So yes, you absolutely need to go try it for yourself. And get this small but mighty team of 15. They popped over 45,000 pounds of popcorn last year. Sold 2,900 tins, 2,900 tins, and donated to 97 nonprofits. They are a true giver in our community. We love a business that gives back. So whether you need corporate gifts and after-school snacks or just a treat for yourself, Cornucopia has you covered. Use code Shody Media, all caps, for 10% off. And now you can even order on Amazon. Link is in our show notes. Please go support Cornucopia, who supports so many people in Austin. Sponsor number 3, that's it. YGIM, new for April. And we are so excited to welcome a brand new sponsor this month. YGM, family owned and operated since 1998. Wow. They're serving Austin and the surrounding areas. These guys do great. Basically everything. What are we talking about? We're talking about sheetrock, painting, texturizing, popcorn ceiling removal. Thank goodness. Water damage and repair, decks, siding, fencing, plumbing, electrical, handyman work, kitchen and bathroom upgrades, and even make readies for rentals or sales. They did our back gazebo area for our pergola for our outdoor pool area. And if your house is in need of any help, any kind of upgrade, any kind of just something to make it look a little nicer, call YGIM and they can handle it. Call 512-937-9604 or contact Casey Solari at yahoo.com. She's our sister. We love her. Save that number because you will need it at some point. All right, friends. If you are loving what we are doing over here at Adjacent Podcast, you can support us by joining our Patreon for only $5 a month or becoming a sponsor yourself with your company or just because you love the podcast so much. All the info is in the show notes and on shodymedia.com. All right. What do you think, Shelly? Do you think we're going to get to pay all the bills and keep the lights on?
Let's keep the lights on.
All right, let's get back to the show. Let's get adjacent.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to Adjacent. Shelly here. I get the great pleasure of introducing you to our guest today. We have George Couri, my neighbor, the owner of 888, and the husband to Kate the Great, who did all those funny commercials for us, season 2, and hopefully she'll do some more. And Sylvia's dad, Sylvia and Grant's dad, and Sylvia does our definition of adjacent. And so they are my neighbors. I love them deeply. This first part of, we're going to about 2 episodes today about George. Part 1 will be about 888, and part 2 will be about his beautiful family, how he met Kate, and all those good stories. George is a pro. You're going to love his voice and his experience and his knowledge. We always, lean in whenever we have the opportunity to spend time with Kate and George, and we really think you're going to enjoy it. So allow me to introduce you to George Couri. Enjoy.
Adjacent. Very near, next to, or touching. Our tailgate is adjacent to the left field fence. ADJACENT. Adjacent.
All right, welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent. We're in studio today, and we have one of the kindest,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's like the perfect husband, the perfect friend, the perfect neighbor, the perfect dad. I mean,
No.
what else can we say about him?
Son. Yeah.
Brother.
Oh my gosh, such a lovely brother.
Anyway,
Yeah.
who do we have in the studio today, Shelly?
I'm Kate's husband.
Yes.
Yeah.
People know Kate, I guess.
Kate's husband.
That's Kate's husband.
Sylvia's dad. Grant's dad.
Oh, y'all just heard his daughter define adjacent.
Yes, that's her voice.
That's right. We have George out of the jungle.
Yep.
Watch out for that tree.
Like nobody under 50 knows that song.
You'd be surprised.
Our audience is above 50.
We have
We're
George
good.
Couri in the house. We're so glad you're here. You came north of the river. That's quite a feat
On
already.
a rainy day.
On a Sunday.
No, like we could be just having coffee and I would show up. You,
That
two,
would've been
you two
nice.
are amusing.
Oh, well, thank you. That's what we try to do.
We're here to entertain.
All right, we're going to ask you some questions. And of course, you can always say, I'm not answering that if we
Sure.
go
You have
too
two.
deep.
Do you have a safe word?
No.
No. Okay, well, you can have 2 plead the fifths if you need to. But that's
I'll
it.
knock twice.
Okay.
Knock twice.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. Where did you grow up?
Johnstown, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yes.
What is it like over in Pennsylvania?
It's like a lot of places.
Yeah.
It's
Is it a small town?
yeah.
Johnstown?
Johnstown is like 30,000 people.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty small.
And if you wanted to do anything, you had to go to Pittsburgh,
Okay.
Oh.
which is an hour and a half.
So are you a Steelers fan?
Everyone that
A
lives
Pirates
there,
fan?
they brand you
Mm-hmm.
like on your butt, like when you're born.
Indoctrination.
There's like a little Steeler logo on everybody's butt.
Prove it.
So when you're out and
prove it.
about and you're like, are you really from Western PA? And you show them like the top of your butt. And then they know you're for real.
You know what? Maybe it's just a birthmark.
Every-
You're just like born with a birthmark of a
Yeah.
Steeler fan.
Yeah, exactly. But now they're all kind of lunatics about it.
Yeah. I know some Steeler fans. They're pretty extreme. Like paint your face, go to the game. Don't wear a
Yeah.
shirt. You're in the cold. It doesn't matter. We're here in it together.
But there are others, you know.
Yeah.
Green Bay is like that. And
Yes.
I'm sure everyone thinks that they're that way about their team.
Yeah, for sure. There's some rowdy mixes there, but I think Pittsburgh has some great fans for sure. And I love the Pirates.
Okay.
Cool story, bro.
How long did you live in Pennsylvania?
I graduated high school and 6 days later I was in LA.
You're like, bye, peace out.
Wow.
Yeah. I remember it was like June 6th, and by June 12th, I was in LA.
So what took you to LA?
My dad and my aunt lived out there, and I wanted to like explore.
Okay.
You're like, I'm tired of these Steelers. I'm out of here.
Yeah, for sure.
What was little George like?
Curly.
Oh my gosh, curly his hair.
That's why Grant,
like
my son, has
Grant.
curly hair.
Yeah.
The best hair.
Curly hair.
Curly, quiet,
Okay.
Mhm.
they said.
Like
Mhm.
Sylvia.
I remember like my dad had a bunch of family in he's Brazilian, and they had people over, and they're all chatty, and I was a quiet kid.
Mhm.
And they were like, why are you so quiet? And I remember I found article in a magazine that said no one ever learned anything by talking. And I pulled it out. I walked into the living room. I slid it onto the table and I walked out. I was like 10.
You're like, God gave me 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Kind of keep it.
But then
left.
I guess that changed because like my life and my job requires me to actually know a lot of people and talk to a lot of people. So I evolved.
Wow.
Not as chatty as you two, but
Well,
I'm
I'm actually
getting
a
there.
very quiet person, to be honest. I like to live in my silence, but on the podcast and when I'm with Shelly, I'm more outgoing and gregarious. So.
yeah, I don't think anybody's all one all the time or all
Right.
the other.
Right.
There's like phases,
Mm-hmm.
like what you're doing.
Absolutely.
But your job does require you to,
Just chatty, chat.
yeah, all day, every day.
That's what it is.
That must be hard for you. You must have to charge
No, I've
by
gotten
being
used to it.
quiet.
No. I like it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
You didn't know you had it in
But I'm
you.
okay being dead silent for hours
Mm-hmm.
if I'm traveling or something.
Yeah.
I'll just not talk to anybody.
Nice. So did you go to USC for school? Or
No.
where'd you go?
I was like the loner that hung out at USC
Okay.
because my best friend from Johnstown, Pennsylvania, went to USC.
Mm-hmm.
And I was living out there trying to figure out music business.
Okay.
And I'd go to USC because I didn't know anybody else. So I went out there, met all his friends, hung out there all the time. And that's what led to an internship at a record label. That was it.
Wow.
And thus the path began, and I was just stubborn as hell for a lot of years until it worked.
That's incredible. So what record studios or what record groups, how do you say it? I don't even know. I don't know. Company did you start working with?
There's a company called Arista.
Mm-hmm.
Clive Davis founded it, and he was this legendary record guy. And Arista had Whitney Houston.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the year I started there, the Bodyguard soundtrack happened.
Oh, right.
And I remember like people playing it and talking about it. And then the movie came, and then the Dolly song, of course, exploded
Yes.
with Whitney. And it became, I think at the time, the second best-selling album in the history of the world, behind only Thriller.
Right.
And I was just there, kind of like intern, unpaid, just keeping my eyes open and listening to everybody's conversations. But yeah, that was the era of that label, and they would let me take CDs out of the CD vault. It was like a locked vault, and I could just take whatever I wanted as payment because they didn't pay me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that's when
I
was
started
helping
your bootlegging business.
Exactly.
Now I'm going to sell these.
That's why. Yeah, most of my business is all illegal.
Well, it's
why
time
did
to
I
come
marry
out.
a CPA? So she could clean the books.
Clean them. You like to wash our money over here.
Exactly.
Man.
So would you consider yourself like having a love for the music, the people, or the business part of the music industry?
The music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would have been like growing up? What would have been in your soundtrack? What would you have on your
what
tape
was your
player?
mixtape?
Yeah.
Okay, no, this isn't fair to anybody because what you have when you're a kid is just what happened to be available
Right.
Agreed.
or what you were exposed to.
Yeah.
That's true.
And kids today are exposed to so much. But back then it was
What's on
whatever
the
was
radio.
played on the radio,
Mhm.
whatever your friends might have had or your parents might have had.
Yeah.
Outside of that, you were not aware of it.
Right.
And living in a small town, that was even more restrictive, I would
Probably
assume.
so.
But maybe
Yeah.
could you access Pittsburgh radio stations?
No.
So it was
So it really
was what
was in the
limited.
neighborhood.
So
And
what was on your
concerts,
mixtape?
You would see listings for concerts, and then like my mom would never. My mom is great,
Yes.
but never cared to like figure out how to get me to Pittsburgh to see a show ever.
Right.
She was
right.
like, "What? No."
That makes sense.
I remember Tears for Fears was coming,
right.
and I was in grade school, and I remember thinking, "Oh, I like some of the. I want to go." And then I tried to. She said no, and her brother, my uncle, I tried to get him to take me, and he couldn't, and I just never could. And the only things that came to our little town, I remember the only two things that like sold out. I remember remembering this were Kenny Rogers and Rat. Like the metal would sell out and the country would sell out.
Oh my god!
But at the time, I didn't like either. So the stuff I liked just didn't even come.
Right.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
So did you, like, when you were in elementary school, did you just liked music? You just always?
I played,
You played?
I would sit in front of a little turntable and play things.
But what albums did you have?
Journey,
Nice.
Styx.
Okay.
A bunch of Styx. I remember Paradise Theater, every song. I know every song.
That is so great.
Because you're right, what you said on the other Dolly Parton thing is like, if you got an album, you would just go through all of them because you had it available to you. Kids today are super spoiled.
Oh yeah, they get to cherry pick from every artist. They don't deep dive and like get to know like
every song.
The upside to that is my kids who are 6 and 9, I can just think of a thing and expose them to it instantly. So,
which is lovely.
Right. So now there are things that I introduce them to that they then ask for over and over and over, like Coward of the County.
Oh yeah.
Anybody know the Kenny Rogers?
Yeah.
And they're like, do it again. And they'd be riding their bikes and be playing it in the driveway.
I love
and
it.
you'd hear Coward of the County 11 times in a row.
Yes.
Yesterday was actually the day before yesterday, and the day before that, and yesterday was How Deep Is Your Love? Bee Gees. Silvey is like, play How Deep Is Your Love? And I'm like, and then she also was into tragedy. I turned her on to the Bee Gees documentary.
Oh my god.
Which is incredible. You don't realize all of it. Even I don't realize all of it. And then she was like hooked.
Yeah.
And she's
I love that.
Deep into it.
Coulter loves the Bee Gees. Loves the Bee Gees. All the time. Constant. Bee Gees music.
The dudes knew melodies. It's crazy.
Yeah. The talent.
Incredible. And their voices could go really high. It's like incredible how much their range.
Yeah. And they got popular as a folk act, and then pop culture changed, and then they were done.
Right.
And they completely reinvented and bigger than ever.
Yeah.
And then disco killed it when that disco died, and then they came back and wrote Islands in the Stream and the theme song to Grease.
Yes.
Like over and over. These guys just kept doing it.
So good.
But I wasn't listening to them as a kid. I just sort of figured that out later.
Right.
Yeah.
I love that you're letting your children learn, like, in a way that you're introducing them. And isn't it fun to see how they grab onto things that are like memories for us, but it's like something new for them. And then it's like you're re-experiencing it in your own, it's such a great thing.
When the boys were young, it was very important to Adrian and I that we introduced them to music chronologically. And so we started like when they were young, like here's the 50s music, here's the 60s music,
good.
Here's the 70s music.
And do they still know it?
They do,
they
and
were
they're very passionate. I mean, they're
people.
Grateful Dead kids, like when they were 4.
The Beatles, they love the Beatles. They would play those albums over and over and over again.
We've heard Yellow Submarine way too many times.
Oh, yeah. We thought that was our family anthem.
I know. I was like, man, we're really going deep into the Beatles for like a decade.
Oh yeah, you had to go deep on the albums to know that's. And what was
they had the Bee Gees, the Beatles. They were really into that. And then they went into like Austin music. A lot of like the local artists.
The locals, yeah.
Yeah. So
if you've never seen Grant air fiddle Devil Went Down to Georgia, it's amusing.
I love it.
He's just going as fast as he can.
I mean, so was the guy.
Charlie Daniels.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
I mean, that's incredible.
So
I love that
where
they're
do you
love
think
music.
your love for music came from? Where did that, was that rooted?
I don't know.
Latin.
Like my mom, sort of. My dad, he's not even American. Like, he didn't even like listen to. Like, I can't tell you that I've heard like Frank Sinatra in the house growing up, and nothing. Like, nobody was playing anything. I don't know. I just decided I liked it.
Wow.
So, how long did you work or not get paid and free labored at Arista?
Year and a half.
Okay.
And then eventually I said, hey, I kind of pushed a little bit. And then they paid me 8. I said, okay.
They gave you
$8 an hour.
CDs.
Okay.
They gave you 2 CDs.
$8 an hour. And I remember I worked, the first check was $160. And I had the presence to know to like first music business payment. I photocopied it.
Oh, good.
And then I have it.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Just to like, oh, okay. But yeah, no.
So do you think that like your whole childhood you were like music?
No,
Okay.
I didn't know. No, I'd gotten a keyboard. And then my friends at USC were in film school and they asked me to like, hey, you have a keyboard? Can you write something for this student film? I'm like, sure. And that's what started it.
Okay.
Like I'm not trained.
No.
But I could look at a 8-minute student film and like music would pop into my head and I would keyboard it up and like strings and so forth. And then after the first one, the kids would bring in, okay, the teacher would say, okay, everybody bring in your music for your film. They bring it in, they'd all play it. And they played, the one kid played mine and 5 people ran up to me. Who is that? I need him.
Wow.
And then it kept going. Referral. I did like 10 of them.
Oh, my land, George. That's so exciting.
And I thought it was whatever, fine. I was waiting tables. I'll do this. It's fun. But then there was like, the first one was like, oh, we're doing a screening. And the USC Film School is like big time there's a Steven Spielberg scoring stage. There's a George Lucas post-production building, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they would have a whole evening of showing these student films in a movie theater of 450 people that was packed because all the friends and family come because they think their kid's the next Spielberg.
Mm-hmm.
And they would like place. I remember sitting, I don't even do this for a living now, but like I remember sitting there and it was like there was no talking. It was just sound effects and music. Some guys like running up the stairs and I had some music that was real intense and pounding. And there's a woman behind me and she didn't know I was sitting in front of her. She was like, leans over to her person and goes, oh my God, listen to the music. And I was like, oh, and I thought I was going to be film composer.
Oh, wow.
But then I realized you have to learn a whole other massive amount of things to do that.
Right.
And I thought, you know what?
Fun.
I will help the people who are good at this rather than be one of them. And then I chased that.
That's incredible. Because what a path that led you down.
Yeah. And it took being stubborn. Like nobody in my family. Like, what are you doing? Why are you still waiting tables? Go back to college. Because I did a year and failed and quit. Moral of the story, kids, just do whatever you want and just be stubborn about it.
Yeah, just be stubborn.
Have persistence.
Oh my
and
God.
commitment to it.
Yeah, people quit things these days. The youngins.
The youngins.
They're not as tough as they think.
Well, I think it's I don't see it as quitting if it's a pivot for you.
Right.
If it's something like,
You
well,
There's a
never do
difference.
did a
that.
pivot.
You did a pivot.
Yeah,
you
but then
could have been like all the
doing
music.
that, but then it was like before I even made $40,000 a year was another 12 years.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that was where the persistence
Yeah.
pays off.
Right.
Yeah.
Like our company employees, half of them are under 32, 33. And there's just, the ones that are resilient and tough, it's a few.
Yeah.
Like they don't like conflict.
Oh,
They don't like criticism.
No.
Criticism is trauma to a
Yes.
lot of, I'm like, it's not really, but then it makes it easier to find the good ones
right.
because they show up. You can see it.
Oh yeah, you can see it.
It's like you have a noodle strainer. And you're like, let's
Yes.
get through this. All right, all the water.
Give me the-
okay,
give
now
me
I
the
got
good
some noodles
noodles.
right here.
Yeah, give me the good noodles for sure.
So you were at Arista.
Yeah.
You were plugging away.
You
Yeah.
finally got your
You got your
$108.
$108. Then what did you do from there? I mean, because you're going to keep going. You're like, you've got grit over here.
Angela Duckworth. Do you know that book?
No.
Grit.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Grit. Oh, my
Oh
God.
my God.
Sorry,
Drop
Are
the
Brian.
mic.
She's still drinking from Saturday
A
night.
literal mic drop.
Yeah, some lady, there's a woman. It's funny the people that don't think that they had an impact on your life, but they did. She was like, oh, you don't seem lazy. And I know a guy who needs an assistant. He's a manager. What's a manager? And then she introduced me to him, and he hired me for, I remember, $250 a week, full time.
You don't seem lazy.
Yeah, she thought I didn't seem lazy.
I love the expectations now.
It's like when we do Single Ready to Mingle, and they're like, I just want somebody who like takes a shower.
A shower would be nice.
I think she probably saw in you that you had ambition, and you were like, I'm gonna stick with this.
Self-motivated.
Or I was just like busy when I was at the free internship.
Yeah.
Or I guess it was almost free. But then she introduced me to a manager who eventually I got hired, and then eventually he was from Austin. And he's like, well, I'm going to go back and I'm going to do this other thing, but you can keep doing this and I'll pay you a little bit more, I guess, if you want to come with me. And I was like, okay.
Wow.
And he brought me to Austin.
How old
my
were
goodness.
25.
Oh, wow.
25.
So
in
19 through
Austin.
25 is LA. And the danger. I
Not
dodged
too
all of the
shabby.
dangers.
What was the craziest thing that happened that you saw in LA? I feel like it's.
I mean, it's kind of like a long list, probably.
No, it was more just that there was a lot of societal things happening.
Mhm.
There were fires, Rodney King, the riots.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
Like a bunch of crazy things happened exactly in the years that I was there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
were you kind of relieved to get away from LA at that point?
I thought my career was, well, it wasn't much of a career, but I thought the path in music was going to be, stifled
Right.
going to the backwoods of Texas.
Yeah.
But it turns out it wasn't. It turns out like small fish in a huge pond is different than a small fish in a small pond.
Yes.
Right.
So I eventually just had a better shot, I think, in Austin.
Wow.
Okay.
Or just got lucky. I don't know. That happens too.
Well, there is a book called Outliers, and I think
I know this book.
I think like sometimes it's just timing, right place, right time,
Mhm.
and
Which is where persistence pays off. Because then the timing
Agreed.
eventually lines up with you
yes,
if you hang in long enough.
yes, for sure.
Do you want to hear a crazy story?
Yes.
That would have
Yeah.
changed my life. When I was working for that guy in LA, he had this small, it's just me and him and I. And he had a buddy who worked at Interscope Records, and they had this new signing, this band that they couldn't find a manager for, like nobody cared. So they send over a cassette. And he looked at me as like, okay, this guy's 23. He maybe he was older, at least 25 years older. He's like, hey, Tom sent this over from Interscope. Take a listen. If you like it, we'll go meet him. So I put the cassette, no photo, nothing, no bio, just a cassette of 4 songs. And I put the cassette in my car. I'm driving around for a week with it. I like one song. And then he's like, all right, do you want to take a meeting? I'm like, I don't know. This one song's not bad. And I was not sure. Now, the way my life could have been different is if they had provided a photo of the band. Because the lead singer is female, gorgeous. And at least a 23-year-old me would have been like, okay, I want to meet her.
Yeah.
And then I would have met her. I would have gone to a show.
Yes.
And then I would have realized they're great live because they've been doing 100 shows a year and they had gotten great. And I remember the manager they got was just whoever said yes. So had we said yes, we would have gotten it.
I'm so nervous for you right now.
And that song ended up being a hit, but that one song. And the debut album sold 11 million albums.
Oh my God.
No doubt.
Oh my gosh.
no.
Are you
Yes.
kidding?
Like if I would have seen a picture of Gwen as a 23-year-old single dude, I would have been like, let's go meet her.
Gosh,
Yeah.
yes.
Let's go to a show.
You have to tell Adrian that story. He's going to kick you in your...
And you know what?
But then I would have been, it might have been too much success too early
Yeah.
at 23 because
Everything
I
happens
know
for
it
a
would have
reason.
been 11 million albums either way.
Oh, yeah.
Because it just happened in spite of the guy who wasn't even a good manager who got
Yeah.
hired.
Yeah.
Because right after that album, they fired him and because he probably wasn't good.
Yeah.
And it was going to happen regardless of who was in the seat. So even if we were in the seat, it
Yeah.
still would have happened and I would have been thrown into who knows? Like I would have my ego or whatever crazy stuff you get into when you are managing the hottest band in America. Like at that age when I wasn't really ready. Or maybe that's just what I tell myself.
Well, I do believe in all of that.
Agreed.
I do. I think when
the fact that you can look back and go, ooh, you know, was that a misstep? Is that a learning opportunity? What do I do with this? Instead of experiencing it. And
I think my determination to like fight and through it and build a thing and take on projects and work hard on them came because it took a while for me to have success. Had it happened day one like that, maybe I don't develop that sort of resilience, you know?
Exactly.
Well, and I think the universe has a plan, and we may not always know it. I mean, it's up to us to figure it out, you know, but I do think like when one opportunity closes, there's a reason.
Yes.
I mean, there are so many things that if I would have gone down that path, it would have led me. I was going to buy a house in Round Rock. John and I'd be divorced today. There's no way.
Nobody stays married in Round Rock.
I would have hated my life. No offense, Round Rockians or whatever you call yourselves. Round Rockers.
Round Rockers. That's cooler.
That's cooler. But I'm just saying there's a lot of those types of things that if that would have worked out, it would have been not so great for us, you know, or myself. So, I mean, I think Gwen Stefani would have been fabulous for you, but it would have taken you down the path that you are.
Yeah, I probably would have had expectations after that. Hey, why isn't more success happening? I don't know.
Well,
that's fine.
I'm going to say Gwen Stefani missed out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She didn't even know.
She didn't even know.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't have left LA. I wouldn't know Kate.
Exactly.
Like none of these things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Your life would have gone a different direction.
I would have been hooked on the cocaine.
Yeah.
Probably the cocaine.
Because I'd show up at places and the cocaine would be presented to me.
Yeah,
Here
like
you go, George.
Charcuterie board.
What is that movie? What is that movie right now? It's a series with where they're doing the old movies, the movie making, and they have a charcuterie board of cocaine.
I'm like, what are y'all
and
doing?
everything. Oh, it's so good, George. It's right up your alley. Yeah, it's a series.
Not like the White Lotus or something.
No, it's. I'll tell you. It's
okay. So
Seth
after
Rogen.
missing your Gwen Stefani moment, moving to Austin, what happened then?
Well, I just eventually found a band that kind of got it going, and they didn't last long, but they had a hit. They had a song, and I started sending it to radio stations and that I didn't know, and it started to work. And then suddenly there was like a major label bidding war for them, and they got a lot of money, and it kind of legitimized me as a manager, and it was like no turning back. Like now let's just do this. Like, and they broke up after like the first record. They didn't like each other to begin with. And then I started running with the song, and it was working, and they all made a bunch of money, and then they all lost it within 24 months. Just spending, but it gave me the bug and the taste, and so I kept chasing, and then I found another one eventually, and then just slowly pieced together some momentum, and then country music. The music that when I was a kid, people were like, what do you like? I'd be like, well, anything but country.
Yes.
And now I'm knee deep in it for 2 decades.
Yeah, chest deep.
But maybe it makes me like less affected. I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I think it makes you focus on the business versus the business side of it.
And the artist.
Well, you still have to hear when you're going to sign someone and work with them and try to make them successful. You still have to like hear them and hear songs and decide if you think this has mass commercial potential.
Sure.
Because if you just do the things that you think are cool and you don't think it has that, like you're not going to have a business. But
is there a formula that you
No.
think? It's all random.
Yeah.
But you can feel this is going to have like this is going to be commercial, this is going to go big? Can you feel it?
No, here's the thing that I talk about all the time with people at the major labels, other managers, everybody in the music business, is that everybody's batting average in the music business is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone, like the most successful record executives, managers, whatever, if you were to line up all of the artists and all of the songs that they were all like, this is it, all of them are wrong 80% of the time.
Yeah.
It's just that the 20% that work sometimes work big enough that that person then has success and keeps going. But and so you have to get your ego out of the way and just realize you do have to have an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And when you hear a song and you're like, oh God, that could be big. And then it's big, you feel, oh, I know what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you have an idea, but you will be wrong more than you're right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you do have to, in the end, decide, do I think there's potential here? And am I going to put time and effort behind this? And then you make that call.
Yeah.
And then you do it or you don't.
And you literally do not know. I mean, humans are so fickle, like, and things that go viral or things that go big, like, you never really know what it's going to be. It's kind of just a shot in the dark.
Well, and the change in the industry, George, has to be mind-blowing because it used to just be put it in front of people, get it on the radio station. Now it's so wrapped in their personalities and what they're putting out socially.
Well, you still get it in front of them. You
Sure.
just get it in front of them in a different way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But before, there was, if you got it in front of them on radio, you got it in front of a lot of them.
Mhm.
Yes.
And then if it didn't work, okay, you kind of knew. Because people were listening to the radio.
Exactly.
Or watching MTV or
Yes.
CMT or whatever.
Yeah.
But now it's like you get in front of a smaller group. And then if it works, you try to expand from there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yes, it has become also that you have to not, the two-pronged attack to make artists being successful is that the songs people really react to, and then they go look at either Instagram or TikTok or whatever
Exactly.
just for a moment
Mhm.
and decide if they like the person.
Exactly.
Yes.
They do.
And if they
I do.
like the song, and then they also kind of like the vibe or whatever the person,
Mhm.
now you have them a bit, which just means maybe they'll stream it more. And if you're lucky, that'll lead to them buying a ticket.
Uh-huh.
And then that person's becoming a fan of them.
Yeah.
But if there's so many people that they have a big song, but they don't have a personality that people have latched onto, or they haven't shown enough of their personality for people to latch on. And then they just have an okay career and they have some hits, but they don't have a bigger business. But the moment the personality connects and the music, you get both going, and then you're good. Then it's going to be a much bigger thing.
I love that.
Do you feel like it's easier or harder nowadays to help somebody get there? Like,
There's more. You have more control.
Yeah.
Before you had to beg a major label, because only a major record company, Sony, Warner Brothers, Universal, only they could get you on enough radio for it to matter. Now you don't have to do that. You don't even need them.
Wow. No.
You could use them for some funding, but you don't even need that.
Yeah.
They're really mostly good for something is starting to go, and maybe you just need more people and some more funds to amplify a thing that's already working.
An amplifier. Wow.
But there's plenty of people that don't have a record company or any of that and don't need it and just keep pumping out music, and they find an audience, and so you have more control as an artist and as a manager and whoever else is attached to mostly through your phone, find ways to get it to people.
Yes.
Playlists on streaming platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Pandora, you name it. There's just lots of different ways to try to take something and just keep pushing and keep making people aware of it. But you have control now.
Yes.
It's way more work. Fine.
That's,
But you have more ability to connect with the audience, and you don't have to beg someone else to believe that you can, to give you a chance to connect.
wow.
That's over.
Very interesting.
Oh, do you like it better, or do you find it to be even more challenging?
I like it better.
Uh-huh.
I didn't love that someone else's opinion could completely stop you from getting anywhere.
Exactly.
And now we can just go to the public direct, and even if it's only 10,000 people that are listening or hearing, but none of them like it, then probably the next 5 million aren't going to like it either.
Right.
Maybe not, but like at least I'd rather be getting the feedback from a small group of the public than from like 10 record company guys who just don't get it. Because the record company guys are just wrong a lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like my biggest initial acts were nobody heard it. Like no record company wanted it. And then we just found a way. Like Eli Young Band.
Yeah, right.
Texas band doing like 500-600 tickets a night in 8 or 10 cities, but nothing beyond that. And then I got on, I met them and started doing stuff and had ideas, and they liked it. And so we started to work together. Every single record company said no. Every one of them. Oh, it's a Texas thing. It's not gonna work. And then we just kind of kept finding ways to make it work without them.
Right.
And then eventually started to really go. But that's,
And they're incredible.
And they've had lots of success, and
A lot of success.
And they're great dudes, and all of that makes it worth it. But it was, and I seem to have like a history of things that people said, no, that's not gonna, George, no, that's not gonna work. And then I have enough of them that do that, because it seems like if everybody wants it, now you're competing with so many other like managers or whatever else to get it, and I don't know. Even if everybody loves something, chances are it's not going to do anything.
So you love like a Cinderella story type underdog-ish.
I don't know what happened to me in my childhood, but like the underdog thing gets me. Like it gets me fired up. If I am watching a movie where that's happening, I might get a little teary.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Oh,
Adrian's the same too.
Yeah.
Like Adrian.
I mean, who doesn't love like an underdog?
Rudy.
Come on.
Rudy.
Yeah, exactly.
So when did you, once you got to Austin, you started managing, when did you start 888? When did that?
8808.
8808. Oh my gosh. That's so
Did you not know
that?
No.
That was, I didn't have a name. It was August 8th, 2008.
What a great.
And I was like leaving another company, and I was like, they're like, okay, fine, get out. Because I wasn't happy, and I left, and that was the date. And I needed to come up with a name in order to have a website, in order to have an email address.
Yes.
And so we sat around and threw about a bunch of names, and I saw the date, and I was like, 888. And every other name that any of us threw out, everybody, I mean, like my friend in IT who was helping, and the one employee that I Jerry Maguired with. Who's with me? And the one person came with me.
Oh my gosh. What is that movie?
Did you write your manifesto?
Yeah.
Send it
I
out?
did not write the manifesto.
Too bad.
But the three of us were
I wish you would have framed that with your
fishbowl.
first check.
and I was like, oh, today's 888. How about 888? And they were like, yeah, it's better than the other ones.
It doesn't suck.
And then we went to a bar to have a drink and celebrate or whatever. And on the TV in the bar was the opening ceremony of the Olympics in Beijing.
Oh, wow.
And I remember someone said, like some other person at the bar said, today 8 is the luckiest number in the universe to the Chinese. So the reason the Olympic opening ceremony was today is because 888 to them is the luckiest day in the universe possible.
Yeah. Oh, my lands, George.
So I did a toast and to my buddies, and we said, okay, that's a good omen. I'll take it. And we're
great omen.
And we're still going.
Oh, well, that's
Thank
so
you,
exciting. Yeah.
Chinese people.
Yeah.
So impressive.
So who was your original, you and your partners, you're the founder, your partners, who was the original, just the dream team that started all this amazing?
It was just me and Sarah Polidor, and we still work together today.
Oh, wow.
And she lives in South Austin.
Oh, she's a Southie.
She is.
Nice. Squad. I don't think I've met Sarah.
Two of you with the dream of
And then we hired a former intern and
Uh-huh.
just kept going. And then we were at a little space next to Uchi, which was affordable at the time.
No. Way back when. Way back
And we
when.
laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
2008.
Yeah, there was 3 of us, and then fortunately it's still going. Now there's 40 of us.
Wow.
And do y'all have like an office in Austin or Nashville or wherever you are?
Nashville.
Okay, that's your home base.
Well, they're just the most of the people in the company live there.
Mm-hmm.
And half of them don't touch country music at all. They work on the other things that aren't country music on our roster. But just it's like a hub where a lot of people in the business live.
Huh.
And so the Austin office during COVID, someone came and said, "Hey, will you rent us your office? We need a space." And they're like a local baby food company. I was like, sure, because we weren't really using it.
Yeah.
And they're still in it. So now there's mostly Nashville, 5 or 6 in Texas, 5 or 6 on the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Okay. That's incredible.
Are y'all still growing? Is that your goal? Do you have
The goal is not to grow.
Okay.
I remember when there was 8 of us, it felt like a
Yes.
lot compared to other
then
management
like
companies. I remember thinking 8, and then there's 8 of us. Good. We're
Yeah.
done. But eventually you have clients that need more help and you
Yeah.
hire for that. And then you meet other managers sometimes that want to join, and then they bring a 2 or 3 with them. And so you just only do it when you feel like it's right.
It's a good
Not
pitch,
just, hey, we
intentional.
need to grow.
Yes.
Like, no, it's more just when the right people or the right artists come along and you're like, oh, we love this. Let's work with them. Then it just
Good.
naturally grows as opposed to we wanted to be this big. Like, no.
So exciting.
So, of all of your clients that you work with directly, I know you have other people, satellite people, and people in LA and Nashville and Austin and all of that. Which client, when you started AAA, did you go, okay, I feel like we've made it? Like, I think this is going to be huge. This is it. I'm doing
Well,
great.
you never think it's going to be huge, but
Mm-hmm.
but it was fun to like I don't work with them anymore, but we're friends. Jack Ingram was my first country artist. And then we managed to like win an ACM award when he was not new at the time. He was a regional guy, but then I helped him get onto the national scene, and we were getting big tour after big tour, and he got the record deal, and then he was winning awards and getting #1 songs, and it like that. Then that led to Eli Young Band going, wait, how did Jack get all of that?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then they started calling, and then I met them. And then they did the same thing, and they won Song of the Year and all that. And so those 2 things were kind of like, oh, all right, this might work.
Wow.
So did your parents, after you started your company and you're showing everything, were they finally like, okay, you don't have to go back to college?
Well, I think they'd given up trying to get me to go back. Even before there was anything good happening. That's where my stubbornness really kicks in.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, eventually when I was like paying my bills, that's all I think most parents want. Just, do they like what they do, and can they take care of themselves?
Yes.
And then I remember I got some deal on some car, and I bought my mom a car, and because she needed a car, and I knew someone and that could get me a good price.
Yeah.
And I figured it out somehow. And that felt good. Like to be able to do those kind of things, that's a pretty good use of money.
Yeah.
It does feel good to be able to do that. What do you think keeps you, you have your perseverance and your commitment. What keeps you on track? What keeps you growing and doing this? Do you manifest? Do you pray? Like, what is it that keeps you going in this direction and to your successes that you've had?
I'm not sure how to answer it. I like doing it, so I keep doing it.
Yeah.
And I think it's, good to have purpose and strive for something. And this is going to sound really corny, so here we go. I think I legitimately get more satisfaction out of being of service to other people than making money and buying shit.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed.
I haven't been swearing enough. I'm sorry, Shelly.
I know.
I'll try to crank it up
now
a little bit.
This is a PG. What are we?
No.
God damn it, Shelly.
I agree.
No. So because I realized that like if I'm helping an artist achieve something that they wanted, or I'm helping a manager have success as well, that feeling will be satisfying forever. Yes. And if I kind of bullshit someone to make some money, and even if I didn't do that, like, but I had some money and I bought like a fancy car, that'll be old in a minute. Like 2 months in, you're gonna be like, why did I do this? This feels pretty shallow.
No.
But helping someone get somewhere doesn't get old.
Well, and we feel this very much in Adjacent. I feel like this was a major part of our goal objective here is a lot of artists don't have the desire to market themselves or share their story or even, explain where it comes from, and giving them a space to do it and helping them do it. That's what this is all about. Like, we want to bring on the artist and people that this isn't their side. Telling their story isn't their side.
Marketing is hard for them.
Marketing's hard for them. And so we have a lot of artists and musicians and stuff on the podcast because we want to be a space to share that.
We want people to see their art, what they love, their passion, for sure.
Yeah, we love it so much.
They have to do it. Unfortunately, that's the era of just making music and not doing anything else is over.
Yes, this is it.
You're not going to be found that way. You're not going to get your music out.
Exactly. And Billy Strings, he could sit back and just play amazing music, but because he is on sharing his story and sharing his art and everything in such a passionate way that people are leaning in twice as much. So
I saw an online quote yesterday that I saved, just relevant to this, that someone had said, "You're an artist. You didn't sign up to be an influencer. Yeah, no shit. We get that.
Yeah.
But unless you plan to stay broke and mysterious online, you better learn the business of being seen."
Yes.
Which is true.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're not Bob Dylan. You can't just sit in the back room and play
there's plenty
music.
of people who have unbelievably powerful music that no one will ever hear.
Yes.
So someone has to help them come out of their shell and like show it and share it.
Agreed.
Oh my gosh, that is so true. I've been doing with the podcast. That's what I've noticed. It's like I've always just wanted to hide in the shadows, and Shelly's like, "We got to get out there," and I'm like, "But I don't want to.
I don't want to."
Okay. So before we deep dive into the private life of George, tell us about your ping pong tournament. I really had a great time going to Nashville and being a part of that and watching you and your other passion.
Yes.
Ping pong.
Well, I wasn't really passionate about ping pong.
Really?
So like I got onto a board that runs this convention. It's called CRS, Country Radio Seminar, but it's like more than radio now. And so I've been on the board for 2 years at this point. And there's like 20 of us, like record company dudes and radio guys. And I was like the only manager, but like mostly that. But we would sit around, they would talk about planning this annual convention, which has been going for 55 years. And there'd be like panels during the day, and then labels would do showcases with artists at night because all the industry comes together. And so artists and labels do these things in the evening. And I thought, well, either you're listening to a panel, which can be interesting, but not super fun, or going to a showcase where you're essentially being sold. Hey, come watch these new acts that we're developing, which is good to do, but there was nothing like fun. And there's a buddy of mine who runs a radio chain out of Detroit, Tim Roberts. He was sitting next to me, and I was like, and I had visited him in Detroit a few times, and there was a ping pong table in his office. And they had like a tournament every year. So a couple of times I went up there and I see this big tournament bracket, and I'd play him and he'd beat me. And I thought, well, that's fun. And I remember thinking, Tim, why don't we just have like in the board meeting, like I was daydreaming, and I envisioned, you're 80s kids, you'll appreciate this. I envisioned a ping pong tournament, but the look and feel of it was the last fight of the Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Where there's like light
crowd.
on the mat, and then the crowd is in darkness and cheering. And I
you
thought,
totally do that in that arena.
yes. And so that was the vision. I was like, Tim, yeah, because he's been on the board his whole life, and he's a lot older than me, and well, not that much, I guess, but he was like, yeah, throw it out there. I'll back you up. So I threw it out there, and like, this is where the stubbornness kicks in. And there was the guy who was running at the time, who was like, what? And it was a no. And then I followed up, and I gave did a diagram of what it could be like and how we could do it. And he was like, no. And then a different guy took over the organization. No, again that year. And then eventually
They're like, just give George the ping pong tournament.
I was like, look, I'll pay for it. Like, because that organization is a nonprofit. I'll pay for it, but it'll be fun, and just let me try it. And we did, and I got 16 players. It was like 8 guys that controlled like radio stations or from Spotify or Apple or whatever, and then 8 artists. And round 1 was an country star versus an industry person. And I put bleachers in there, and I had, announcers, and people showed up.
Yes.
And it was fun. And then we kept making
They
it
stayed.
a little bit bigger and bigger. And we haven't done it for 2 years because it seems like it gets harder to do.
People are
or
so
not as many
busy.
artists are going or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do it again. But we did 4 of them.
Yeah. I saw when Jelly Roll won, I think.
No.
He almost.
That's fascinating that you think that, because
Well, he seemed like
he lost right away.
He
Really?
did?
But what's brilliant about him is that he makes a big show of it all.
Okay.
Wow.
And I remember asking his manager about, hey, what do you, he really wants to do this? And he was like, yeah. He grew up watching WWE,
Oh, yeah.
and he knows all of that. And so I remember the one year I asked we would do like the big intros, the whole place goes dark, and there's a spotlight on the stage, and the combatants are brought out one at a time to their own walk-on music,
Yes.
just like at the beginning of a boxing match or WWE or whatever. And we'd give them microphones to like shit talk their first round opponent.
Yeah.
And I remember I put Jelly up against this wonderful woman from iHeart, Jackie, and she's so sweet and everybody loves her, against Jelly. And she's tiny, he's huge. And so they get on stage and they do their walk-on music, and we hand them microphones, and she says things, but she has a hard time being mean, right?
Right.
And then
He's
Jelly,
like, you're tall.
and the reason everyone remembers Jelly is because he grabs the microphone, and this whole place is packed. And I remember when he first got there, he was like, this is the best shit I've ever done in the music business.
He was so excited.
And he grabs the mic, and he's like, first I'm going to stomp on Jackie, and when I'm going to kick her carcass to the side, and then I'm going to steamroll Sam Hunt. And then Chris Lane was the reigning champion. He's like, and then I'm going to piss on Chris Lane's grave. And he throws down the microphone and throws his hands up in the air, and 800 people cheer, and then he walks off the stage.
and
then he promptly lost the first round.
To Jody?
That's hilarious.
Till
And then he was up on stage at the end.
Well, he stayed
just
for
having
sound.
fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. I mean, we
What a
walked away.
fun
We're like,
thing.
Jelly
I was like, I
Roll won. Who won?
Chris Lane again.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Hilarious.
Well, you got to bring it back.
No, the first one was won by Shody McCreary, my client.
Ah.
And the first year I had to play because Tim, who was the big radio guy, the partner I had doing it, he had to play because he's like one of the big radio guys.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm not playing if you don't play. So I'm like, fine. And I put myself in against one of the guys from Lady Antebellum,
Mm-hmm.
because I heard they were good. And I thought, oh, good, he'll just beat me and I'll get out of there.
Yeah.
And I remember Kate was sitting next to me, and I'm warming up.
She's like,
And no. There's the guy.
we're
This guy
Couris.
Dave from Lady A was warming up against me, and I remember there's a friend of mine who worked for him at this point, and she's sitting in the bleachers behind him, And while we're warming up, she is screaming so loudly towards me, George, he's going to kick your fucking ass. And just trashing me nonstop. And so much so that Kate leaned over, she's like, who is that woman?
Yeah.
And she got me kind of fired up. And I'm like, I'm going to see if I can beat this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Good. Did you?
And then I just lit him up. I thought I wasn't going to be able to, but then I remember like I cleaned his clock in the first game, and then Charles Kelly's the singer of that band. He comes over at one point because like having fun and they're drinking, and he comes and goes, Dave, what's going on? He's like, this guy's kicking my ass. And I look straight at Michelle, who was trash talking me, and just point at her and go, that's right.
I love that.
And
Bring
then
it back.
Yeah, and then I had to
Bring it to Austin.
Yeah.
it was fun.
Please.
And then I realized that I was going to have to face off against Scotty. And he was like, let's play for, 5% more of publishing to you or to me. And I was like, I'm not playing you. Nobody wants to see me play. So I threw the next match so that he could play somebody else.
Okay.
Okay.
And then they had a big epic battle and it was fun. And then we kept doing it.
Oh, fun.
Oh, fun. You got to bring it back.
Bring it back.
I will.
I can't believe I really thought Jelly Roll won the whole
I
time.
know.
What a great trash talker.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
he just owned that night.
He did.
He
He had
owned
a
it.
lot of energy.
I remember when he lost, he just like made a big show of it and he threw his paddle up in the air and he fell on the ground and he's having fun.
Oh,
Good.
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 That's
It is hard to
awesome.
get people down because everybody's so busy now,
Yeah.
So that's a big feat to pull people together.
Yes, and in a fun way.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
always like, hey, there's no panel, there's no performances, nobody wants anything from you. Hey, let's just have fun.
Just have fun.
And we did.
And a lot of times they don't even get to meet each other, and so they got to meet each
Yeah.
other, and that's a cool crossover.
I remember like a year, last year, I guess it was a year ago, Jelly's manager called and said, well, Jelly's opening a bar on Lower Broadway. Any chance you'd move the ping pong to his bar? And I was like, really? He's that into it? He's like, he loves it. He's like, he is a WWE kid and he definitely wants to make a big thing of it. But they never got the bar finished
Oh,
in time for that event. They thought they were,
yeah.
but it wasn't quite done, so we couldn't do it. But it's good to know that he thought it was fun.
Well, I think it's a, low risk. You get to live out your WWE fantasies of trash talking, but it's like you don't have to wrestle anyone,
Thank
in your
goodness.
underwear or anything. So
There's a bunch of big artists that say they want to do it and they never do it because they feel like they're not good at it. I'm like, that's not the point.
it's not the
No.
point.
It doesn't matter if you're good at it or not. Jelly Roll, remember when Jelly Roll first walked in and he saw the place, he's like, oh my God, this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
And I was like, can you play? He's like, I was in juvie. You could only play basketball or ping pong. Which one do you think I did?
Yeah. There you go.
So he thought he was good, but then he really wasn't, but it didn't matter. You're talking about him because he had fun with it.
Exactly. That's so wow. As a marketing person, you have to be like, oh, that point when you said Jelly Roll 1, you have to be like,
that's so smart.
Hey, y'all, hope you enjoyed part 1 with George Couri. Stay tuned and listen to part 2 where he shares his story about his family and meeting Kate and the great adventures of their lives. And I know you're going to enjoy it. So stick with us.